everybody. It's Jeff and
Yes.
we're back at you. And let's talk about a little bit of, I don't know, this seems just crazy. Meghan Markle comforts Prince Harry after polo defeat amid William's alien world fears.
Aliens.
World fears. Stupid. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry were pictured at Santa Barbara Polo and Racket Club as the Duke of Sussex took part in a semi-final match with his team, Los Padres.
Padres.
Sure. I'll take it you actually have a clue. Meghan Markle comforted Prince Harry after a polo defeat. Let's bring up the picture. Come on. All right. In the U.S., amid his ongoing row with his brother, the Duchess of Cambridge.
Wouldn't he be a duke and not a duchess? I mean...
Well, okay. Wow. Okay, let's try that again, because I'm hoping I screwed that up. Meghan Markle comforted Prince Harry after a polo defeat in the U.S. amid his ongoing row with his brother. Nope, that is exactly... Yeah, nope. They completely buffed this thing up.
Yeah.
With his brother, the Duchess of Cambridge.
Does his brother know that he's a duchess now? Does he know that?
I don't think his brother had a exchange operation. Oh, that's probably what it is. He's calling him. He probably just simply is thinking of himself as a maybe in some way, he's thinking that, or maybe his brother and so wants to be able to think of himself as a girl today.
Maybe. I mean, that's entirely possible. I mean, you never know about these things.
I'm pretty sure there's no way, but hey, whatever floats their boat.
Right.
As pals say, the relationship is at rock bottom. No kidding. Meghan joined other wags to cheer her hubby on as his team, Los Padres, took on Folded Hills in a semi-final game at the Santa Barbara Polo and Racket Club. Oh, isn't it? No, it's the Polo and Racket Club. Isn't that just darling?
Yes, and then I'll have tea.
Oh, yes, and crumpets. Don't forget the crumpets.
Yes.
They're important. She was seen with his hand on his leg, offering him support, while Harry was photographed shouting in frustration when the chances of reaching the final slipped away. All right, I will freely admit, so that if you're playing a game and you're getting to semifinals and you got your hopes up and everything like that, I'm not going to make fun of him and so that for being frustrated.
Right.
I'm not going to say nothing negative about it, even though I don't like the guy. It doesn't matter. He's human. It comes after Prince William's pal told the Daily Mail that the brothers' relationship is at rock bottom after thence. I'm going to assume it's supposed to be after they spent very little time together at the Jubilee.
Yeah.
Somebody, and so it really needs to re-go over anything they print.
Yes, proofreading is a thing.
Well, you would think so.
Right.
It must be a lost art nowadays.
Kind of like cursive.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. Pals told the newspaper the future king, who turns 40 next week, that just does not look right, believes his younger brother has crossed the line. I would agree with that. What do you think? With all the history.
With all the history.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that's what they're talking about for believing it's crossed the line.
Yeah, I mean, that seems like more like a family issue that they got to work through. So I mean, it's it's. I don't really have anything to say about that. It's more like a family issue.
Yeah. They said he alternates between grieving for what he has lost and feeling really, really angry about what his brother has done. Well, that's true.
Yeah.
He's the dumb butt. He truly loves Harry and feels he has lost the only person, aside from his wife, who understood the strange life of theirs. I would agree with that. I mean, if you're grown up, it's a very unique situation. How many other people are grown up as princes in the world?
Probably not that many, and
I would imagine not. Most of them are Arabs.
Yes. And with them being royals and everything, it's
Well, they're not royals anymore.
well, yes, not them, but especially growing up, because when they were still younger, they were still a royal family. So they.
Yeah, growing up. Yeah, they're growing up. They were royalty. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, that's they were kind of like in the public eye from back when they were younger. So I mean, that has to skew things. Yeah.
Birth is pretty young.
Yes.
Yeah, because Diane used to take them out and stuff like that, and they would be seen and stuff like that all the time.
Yeah.
But he believes there are things you just don't do, and Harry has 100% crossed that line. As part of the successes, new lives in the U.S. After quitting the royal family, Harry is signed up to play the entire polo season with his pal Nacho Libre. Nacho Figueres. Contradiction or no?
What?
Well, you got me on the other one for Padre.
Oh, okay.
So
I would say it's Nacho Figueres.
Okay, good. I wasn't too far off.
Sounds better.
Absolutely. Who has been dubbed the David Beckham of polo. Wow. That's incredible.
That's cool.
I mean, if you're trying to be able to, it's like, hey, man, I'm going to be the Mike Tyson of racquetball.
Gonna go around biting off people's ears, or what are you gonna do?
No, that's just it. You're being, who's being dubbed the insert, Michael Jordan of basketball, or whatever. It's kind of like, there's nothing to do with polo. How in the
but
world,
if he's really good at his sport, then it's kind of like that's our main guy.
I don't know. I just think it's silly.
Yeah.
Personally, I just do. I just think it's personal. All right. Meghan was seen giving Nacho. Sorry, in America we do love our nachos and cheese. Giving Nacho a hug during yesterday's sporting feature, and she also chatted to his wife. Go for it.
Delphina Blacour.
Exactly. On the sidelines.
Yes.
The Duchess looked stunning in this sunny weather, wearing denim shorts with a demi shirt.
I think that's supposed to be denim.
Or denim. Denim shorts with a demi... All right, let's... Because I didn't even look at the picture, to be honest.
I don't know. Yeah, that's not denim. It's more like a button-down thing.
Yeah, I know. That's just a cotton shirt.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they got confused because it's like the same color was.
Okay.
Like, oh, well, that must be a denim, too.
Yeah, I don't know if that's denim either.
I don't know.
I don't... Well,
it might be a poly cotton blend. We don't know.
Well, that's just it. That doesn't... I mean, it's of a similar color, but that's as close you're gonna get. She teamed them, that sounds interesting, with big black sunglasses and brown sandals. Oh, great. Now we're going to be getting fashion statements from the English
yes,
person.
But as long as her shoes match the bag, that's all that matters.
With her hair in her trademark messy bun.
Ooh.
Oh, that's her... That is her hair trademark. A messy bun.
So nobody else can do that besides her because it's trademark?
Then you're doing a Meghan Markle.
Oh.
It won't even be a messy bun anymore. You'll be a Meghan Markle.
Ooh. And I suppose that's better than the Karen haircut, so, I think so.
Sure, if you say so.
I think so.
She was seen drinking a cool beverage in a clear plastic glass. Who cares?
Right.
As the second match Harry has played in since returning to the UK for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, which saw the couple reunited with several members of the royal family for the first time since their bombshell Oprah Winfrey interview. All right, so they're just talking about the win. There's been a lot more after the initial Oprah Winfrey. However, he was thrown from his horse. He was thrown from his horse during last week's game in a heart-stopping moment. I don't exactly say anybody else was really caring. Mm-hmm. But luckily, we're saved. Luckily,
Saved.
both the prince and his horse were unscathed in the incident.
That's awesome.
How would that? Why would you be? I mean, if you're falling off a horse, I've fallen off of horses before.
I've never ridden horse.
It's not fun.
No,
Well, especially my height and whatever. When you get a nice 18-hand horse and so that's a big horse.
Okay.
It goes by hands.
Oh, I don't know much about it.
Yeah. But he's also a tall guy, so more chance than that. No. Okay. Yeah. There's a horse. His horse. Okay. No, that's not an 18-hand horse. That's for sure. It looks to be because his legs and so that seems to be a pretty small horse.
I don't know. Do they generally use smaller horses for polo?
Well, not, was that just it? I'm not sure. But there's usually some of there are things. So now, of course, it's not a quarter horse. Mm-hmm. A quarter horse, and so is a lot. Is a much smaller size horse. Mm-hmm. But the one nice thing about quarter horses, because I was put on a quarter horse once at the stables. Because they needed the horse to be run. So I was instructed, and so that because we used to go on, my mom and I used to go on out in order to go riding and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we always went to one particular, place. Mm-hmm. All right, not like they didn't know us, and we would then go in and and usually and stuff I would either get like mountain or I get smoky, usually smoky. It was a black horse. Mm-hmm. Montana. Yeah, I could do Montana. Well, I went riding a few times. But a couple times, though, is there's not a lot of people who were riding the quarter horse, right? And, she needed to be ridden every once in a while, just to get out her, all of her energy, right? And a lot of times, we always were going on over there at least every other week on Saturday. So they usually knew we were coming. So sometimes sometimes I got Smokey too, because Smokey was a big black horse. Oh. I mean, he was a big stallion, and he was he would test you.
Yeah.
All right. Since you don't know much about horses, generally, so that if their eyes are higher than yours, just by resting, looking or whatever, they don't respect you.
Oh, okay.
If a horse doesn't respect you, you're going to have problems.
Yeah.
So there are certain little tricks on where you have to be able to do, even with Smokey and so that, because he was a big one. He was an 18 hand. He was a big freaking horse.
Oh wow.
Normally his eyes were here on me. Mm-hmm. All right. So there's grab him, yank his head down. Mm-hmm. He's like, at least go eye to eye and go, listen, buddy, we're not going to have any issues, are we? But all it is just a, hey, basically, I'm not a pussy. Don't fuck with me.
Right.
All right. And just get some respect going back and forth.
That makes sense.
And, and then there's, you could be able to go on out and play. They also had apple trees and, a bunch of stuff. It was actually really cool. It was really, really nice. They even had a creek and all this sort of stuff. And we would ride out and you know. But anyways, a couple times they gave me the quarter horse, and I was like, really? You know, like, could you do us a favor? Just they just went out, run around a bit and stuff like that. He's like, you want me to run her around? And he goes, yes, get her sweaty. Normally, and so that whenever you're taking a horse out, I know this is not exactly a part of this, right? But there's by horses. Whenever you take them out, whatever, they don't want you, bringing them in all sweaty and all whatever, because then they got to be able to cool the horse down. They can't just simply stick it in the stall, just have it sweating and all this sort of stuff. It's like no. Then you got to walk them and stuff like that. And you got to be able to slowly allow them to cool off and stops bring their metabolism and all that sort of stuff down.
Oh, so it's kind of like like after you get done doing like a mile run, you gotta walk yourself. Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah. Okay. All
right. So they wanted me to do that a couple times. They never even charged me for that because they're like, "You're doing us a favor. Here, go." I was like, "Okay." Because they knew I wasn't gonna do anything stupid with her. It was like, how much do you want me to run? How sweaty did you want her? Blah blah blah. And then they would give me how much they wanted me to be able to work her out, and then I would do that, bring her back, and then they would usually give me Montana or something, one of the other horses and whatever, for the rest of the time and stuff. But that is a pretty small horse. It's not a quarter horse, but. Or at least, yeah, it's pretty small. I'm just saying that's a pretty small horse comparatively. But anyways, so she was drinking a cool beverage. Who cares? That's right. They were doing the who cares part. The horse was unscathed. Normally, whenever you fall off a horse, there isn't much call or worry about the horse getting hurt.
No, I mean, because I've seen people fall from horses in movies. Granted, it's movies, but it looks like the horse just gets up and runs away.
Well, that's even no. That's if the rider and the horse go down.
Oh.
All right. If you just fall off the horse is just standing there, and then you go over.
Right, and just looking at you like.
And then you go boom, and then as you hit the ground, and there's a horse going. Don't blame me. So that's where yours was like. Luckily enough, the prince and his horse were both unscathed. Okay. In the incident, he was quickly back in his saddle, although his side were on the receiving end of a. Wow.
No, it says although his side was on the receiving end of a 12 to 11 defeat, so he was on the losing side.
By 1 point. His team lost by 1 point. That would suck.
It would. After falling from a horse, it's just like...
Well, even if you... Yes, it's kind of embarrassing, falling off a horse. Especially if you're in a team of everybody riding the horses. You're supposed to know what you're doing.
You're supposed to.
You might have. They're kind of expecting you to be able to know how to be able to ride a horse. At least once. At least a little bit or something. But the funny part and stuff is about they lost by 1 point. That would suck.
It does suck, and it's like I can understand about being disappointed, but every football season here in Detroit, we're just as disappointed every season.
Yeah, but at least it's consistent.
It is.
We actually remember because that was always the big joke about our football team. The Detroit Lions were always great before season.
Right.
We kicked ass on preseason. But then as soon as the season happened. Yeah, not so much.
No.
Not so much. But, all right. Any other comments about this?
No, just, I'm glad, what's his name? Was,
Harry?
Oh, yeah, Harry. I'm glad Harry was okay. Like, he wasn't hurt when he fell off the horse and,
Yeah, it's not exactly uncommon to break an arm.
Yeah.
If you're going down, you're going, ah!
Yeah.
So, And then guess what? You're breaking arms.
Right.
Because you're falling from a great huge distance and plummeting directly into the dirt.
Right. Well, I'm glad he's okay, and like, sorry about his loss, but it happens.
Yep. Suck it up, Buttercup.
Right.
All right. If you have any questions, comments, or whatever, please let us know what you think. All right. You guys have a great one. See you later.
Bye-bye.